One Tarkov tip a day till we hit 2.5k. Let's talk about what kind of meds that you can be bringing into raids. What kind of meds are the best to take into raids. Before you know what kind of medical supplies you need to bring into a raid, you need to know what kind of injuries that you can sustain in a raid. While there are a bunch of less common ones, in this video I'm going to cover the basic ones, the one that happens more often than others. So for the very first one, say you just get shot anywhere on your body, your limb or that part of the body actually loses health. So if you go to your character's health screen, you'll see that each of the limbs and each of the body parts actually have their own health bars. So when you get shot in your left arm, this bar will actually start going down. Let's say your left arm took some damage, and in order to heal it, you have to actually use some sort of medical aid to bring it back up to its full. In order to heal that damaged limb, you need to use a medical kit, one of these that you see up here. Another injury that you can sustain is a light bleed. This is what the light bleeding icon looks like. So when you have an active light bleed, this icon will actually appear on any part of your body. To patch that light bleed, you either need to use a bandage, or part of some of these medical kits actually have the ability to patch a light bleed. And actually all of these except for the cheese AI-2 med kit, these will actually patch a light bleed, as well as these bandages down below. The next common injury that you can sustain is a heavy bleed. The heavy bleed icon looks exactly like this. Again, if one of your body parts sustains a heavy bleed, it will have this icon on that specific body part. A heavy bleed can be fixed by either a tourniquet or a hemostat. Similar to the light bleed, you can actually use some of the medical kits to fix a heavy bleed. And of the medical kits, it looks like the car and the cheese are two options that do not fix a heavy bleed. But the Grizzly, AFAC, IFAT, Cellula, these all can fix a heavy bleed. Just keep in mind that, for example, on this IFAC, it actually costs 210 points to stop a heavy bleed, and an IFAC only has 300 use on it. The next common injury that you can sustain is a fracture. Here is what that icon looks like again. And just like the bleeds, if one of your body parts sustain a fracture, this symbol will actually appear on one of those body parts. For a fracture, you can use a splint or an aluminum splint to fix that fracture. The Grizzly kit and the Serve kit are the only other kits that'll fix a fracture. Looks like we need a part 2.